We love the things we love for what they are. Never be bullied into silence. Never allow yourself to be made a victim. Accept no one's definition of your life, define yourself. No tears in the writer, no tears in the reader. No surprise in the writer, no surprise in the reader. Love is an irresistible desire to be irresistible desired. Some may say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favors fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough to know of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. Education is the ability to listen to almost anything without losing your temper or your self-confidence. If we could not laugh, we would all go insane. Freedom lies in being bold. The best way out is always through. Half the world is composed of people who have something to say but can't say it, and the other half who have nothing to say and keep on saying it. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. I am not a teacher, but an awakener. Nature's first green is gold, her hardest hue to hold. Her early leaf is a flower, but only so an hour. Then leaf subsides to leaf. So Eden sank to grief, so dawn goes down to day. Nothing gold can stay. Happiness makes up in height for what it lacks in length. Home is the place where, when you have to go there, they have to take you in. The rain to the wind said, "You push and I will pelt." They so smote the garden bed that the flowers actually knelt, and lay lodged though not dead. I know how the flowers felt. Don't ever take a fence down until you know why it was put up. They cannot scare me with their empty spaces between the stars on stars where no human race is. I have it in me so much nearer home to scare myself with my own desert places. Forgive me my nonsense as I also forgive the nonsense of those who think they talk sense. I'm not confused. I'm just well mixed. A diplomat is a man who always remembers a woman's birthday but never remembers her age. To be a poet is a condition, not a profession. There are two kinds of teachers, the kind that fill you with so much quail shot that you can't move, and the kind that just gives you a little prod behind and you jump to the skies. I hold it to be the inalienable right of anybody to go to hell in his own way. In 3 words I can sum up everything I have learned about life: it goes on. The greatest thing in a family life is to take a hint when a hint is intended and not to take a hint when a hint isn't intended. A person will sometimes devote all his life to the development of one part of his body, the wishbone. The best things and best people rise out of their separateness. I'm against a homogenized society because I want the cream to rise. A civilized society is one which tolerates eccentricity to the point of doubtful sanity. If society fits you comfortably enough, you call it freedom. Most of the change we think we see in life is due to truth being in and out of favors. A poem begins in delight and ends in wisdom. Humor is the most engaging cowardice. No memory of having start atones for later disregard, or keeps the end from being hard. There never was any heart truly great and generous, that was not also tender and compassionate. Thinking isn't agreeing or disagreeing. That's voting. The reason why worry kills more people than work is that more people worry that work. Education is hanging around until you have caught on. Poetry is about the grief. Politics is about the grievance. What we live by we die by. Always fall in with what you have asked to accept. Take what is given, and make it over your way. My aim in life has always been to hold my own with whatever is going. Not against, with. I hold it to be the inalienable right of anybody to go to hell in his own way. The only certain freedoms in departure. I always entertain great hope. I have never started a poem yet whose end I knew. Writing a poem is discovering. You have freedom when you are easy in your harness. And were an epitaph to be my story, I'd have a short one ready for my own. I would have written of me on my stone, I had a lover's quarrel with the world. You cannot get too much winter in the winter. A mother takes 20 years to make a man of her boy, and another woman makes a fool of him in 20 minutes. My sorrow, when she's here with me, thinks these dark days of autumn rain are beautiful as days can be. She loves the bare, the withered tree, she walks the sodden pasture lane. A poem begins as a lump in the throat, a sense of wrong, a homesickness, a love sickness. I never dared to radical when young for fear it would make me conservative when old. A jury consists of 12 persons chosen to decide who has the better lawyer. We dance round in a ring and suppose, but the secret sit in the middle and knows. The figure a poem makes, it begins in delight and ends in wisdom. In a clarification of life, not necessarily a great clarification, such as sex and cults are founded on, but in a momentary stay against confusion. If a woman catch you cheating on her, never make her feel stupid. It's better you say the truth than to deny the obvious. Nothing can be loved or hated unless it is first understood. Love shows itself more in adversity than in prosperity, as light does, which shines most where the place is darkest. Learning never exhausts the mind.